Here's my review of the Blade 130S. This is just a review of the helicopter itself. The video on the transmitter will be coming out later. So, it's a pretty nice looking helicopter. Yes, I did break the landing skid. That's because I'm not used to how it lands or how the collective works yet. Still the piece right here. It seems to fly pretty well. Whatever stick input I give it, it will seem to do that amount. So if I give it like quarter right bank, it'll tilt to the right bank just a little bit and start going. If I give it half right bank, it'll tilt even more and go that way. So same with if I give it full right bank, it'll tilt it even more, and same with the left, the right, forwards, back, and the pirouette control and the collective. If it, I've only flown it in beginner mode because even though I'm coming from a fixed pitch coaxial, it's still to fly this in beginner mode when you're just learning a new helicopter. I've crashed it, and that's because I did not pay attention to the wind. And when you do not pay attention to the wind, you can be out there trying to fly this thing in a 20 mile per hour wind, which I do not recommend at all. The reason why is because it's a heavier helicopter, but it's not the heaviest helicopter. It can probably, the most it could probably handle is like a 15 mile an hour wind and under. When you're just learning it, I don't recommend flying at anything under like 8 miles an hour. Or like in between 10 and 15 is really for expert pilots. I did break the tail rotor, and that's because on all the crashes I've had, the tail rotor hits, and that's because I didn't think to turn the rotor blades off in the idle up position. The first time I flew it, I had it in expert mode, and I did not realize it was in expert mode. Second time I flew it, I had it in intermediate mode. And the last time I flew it, I had it in beginner, so I was doing everything correctly, and I did have a rough landing, broke the landing skid, did not break the tail rotor, did not break this gear. Here's the old gear, and I don't know if you can see, but right there, if I bring, yeah, you guys can see. No, bring it back just a little bit. Okay, come on, focus. Not on me. Come on, focus. Oh, come on. Okay, well, there. You guys can probably see that better as I turn it like this. Now I'm missing a tooth. That's because the first time I flew it, I had that idle up mode on, and that idle up mode does not stop the rotor blades unless you turn it off. It's not like on your fixed pitch where if you turn your throttle stick all the way down to 0, your rotor blades shut off. No, what it does is, what all that throttle stick does is just pitch these so you can get lift. Overall, it seems like a really good helicopter. I like how it looks. It's got like all its radio receivers right there. There are all the servos on it. You can see our right in here. There's the circuit boards for them. Its ESC is right there. There's the motor for the main rotor blades. Now watch this. If I spin those, see that thing spin? Yeah. Now this is a brushless motor on it. Same with the tail rotor, is brushless, and the tail rotor is a I believe Blade calls it the direct drive system. The old 130X, which is what this 130S replaces, had a collective pitch tail rotor, and that collective pitch tail rotor would allow you to do more maneuvers, I believe. Yeah, but don't hold me to that because that's what I've heard. So yeah, I like the helicopter. I recommend it if you want to get into collective pitch, but I also recommend the CPX Nano because that one is smaller and you can learn collective pitch indoors, especially if you have a state that gets a lot of snow, or any snow for that matter, because normally when you have snow, there's a lot of wind and it's cold out. So the next time I fly this, I gotta make sure it's a day when there's no wind, so no wind, and a bright and sunny day would be perfect. But that probably won't be till the spring. So the next time I go flying, it'll have to be my MCX2 or the 120 SR. So stay tuned for the next video. It'll be about the transmitter for this helicopter. And I will see you guys in the next one. And leave me a thumbs up if you really liked what you saw. If you didn't like what you saw, leave me a thumbs down. If you have anything you would like to add to the comments, go ahead and feel free to comment down below. Oh, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Alright, a recap on the helicopter. So, I like it. Seems to fly pretty well. One thing I recommend is when you buy it, get some spare parts like the sprocket, tail rotor, and the landing skid. And also get an extra battery too, because their flight time is like 4 to 5 minutes. I will see you guys in the next one. I forgot what I was going to say about the helicopter. 130X used to have a compute gone wrong, malfunction. Boy, I'm never gonna get through this video.